Hey, what's up, guys? Today I'll be recasting Nightwing, Red Hood, Red Robin, Damian Wayne's Robin, Batgirl, Batwoman, and Catwoman, also known as the Bat Family. I already recast Manu Bennett as Batman in my DCEU recasting video, so go watch that video for more details on why I did. Dick Grayson is the very first Robin, someone who all the other sidekicks look up to as the pinnacle of heroism, and known as Batman's most considerable success. He is athletic, flexible, strong, and charming, so casting him was pretty easy. I had to find an actor who was in their early 30s, who is in tip-top shape, and can play an older brother type character to all the other younger Robins, but can switch on a dime from charming to troubled. Dick went through not only the death of his parents, but also years of trying to live up to Batman's expectations. So he has an inferiority complex, to say the least. My Dick Grayson would have already quit being Robin by my first Batman movie, and we see him as Nightwing by the second. So I chose Cody Christian. I best know Christian from the CW show All American, where he plays Asher. So he will be perfect for this role because he can play a supportive person, but also someone who can switch at the drop of a hat when it comes to his emotions. Also, he has an athletic body, which is exactly what I'm going for. Jason Todd is everything Dick Grayson is not. He is aggressive, rough, destructive, and has no problem killing if he has to. He is Batman's greatest failure, but he is the first one to ever really get close to Bruce. Jason came from a horrible life with a criminal father and a bedridden mother, living on the streets and fighting to get what he wants. Bruce knew that that kind of potential could turn him into a dangerous threat someday, so instead he decided to take him in. But unlike Dick, who came from a loving household before meeting Bruce, Jason was from the gutter, and his troubles wouldn't end there. Even as a Robin, as he got older, he defied Batman, started hurting criminals to the brink of death, and underestimated the Joker. After the Joker kills Jason, he is brought back to life with either the Lazarus Pit or Superboy punching the multiverse. Either way, he comes back to life for revenge on the Joker and show Bruce that his ways are wrong, basically becoming the anti-Batman. So I had to pick someone who could be aggressive yet misunderstood and full of complex emotions. So I chose Ansel Elgort. I first saw Elgort in Baby Driver, and this instantly made me think of Jason. Playing someone who was in a terrible life, but has a heart of gold and finds love, but in the end loses everything. That is who Jason is, and exactly why I chose Elgort. Tim Drake is extremely intelligent. He's probably the smartest person in the Bat family, and he's also an amazing detective, second only to Batman himself. Even though he's not as flexible as Dick or battle-ready as Jason, he still proves himself as one of the best Robins because he is able to help Bruce mentally and emotionally. After Jason's death, Bruce became very aggressive and cold-hearted. He knew the only way he could help is if Batman had a Robin again to reel him in when he was acting stupid. It's not that well known, but he's also a crazy Batman fanboy. So much so that he's able to figure out who Robin and Batman were just by watching Robin do a quadruple somersault, which had only been achieved by Dick Grayson. I want to lean into the nerdy side of Tim because his intelligence is always glossed over so many times, and I think it's time we see how smart he really is. So I chose Joshua Bassett. He is everything I'm looking for in a Tim Drake. He is the right age and has the right body type, and he is also part of the LGBTQ community, which is perfect since Tim is bisexual. A lot of people know him from High School Musical, the musical, where he plays a sort of jock character but still has shy, goofy moments. Damian Wayne is the son of billionaire playboy Bruce Wayne and Talia al Ghul, and boy does he act like it. Damian was born, raised, and trained by the League of Assassins to one day conquer the world. But after the death of Ra's al Ghul, Talia sends him to live with Bruce to teach him something that the League of Shadows never could: how to be a regular person in society. When Bruce first meets Damian, he is bratty, spoiled, and self-entitled, but very skilled in combat. Since he was trained by the League, Bruce didn't have to teach Damian the same way he taught Dick, Jason, and Tim through fighting. He teaches him how to be compassionate. He teaches him social skills and mercy, and most importantly, love. I had to pick someone who could play an arrogant brat, can learn from his mistakes. So I chose Madison Rojas. I don't know much about him outside of Brian Seeker's Percy Jackson fan casting video, but from what he said, I think he could play Damian to a T. Barbara Gordon, who just like Tim is a huge Batman fan, and who was indoctrinated into the Bat family while also being the daughter of Commissioner Gordon. She also dates Dick Grayson, who becomes Nightwing later, but the role is really important because Barbara becomes handicapped after the Joker shoots her in the spine in The Killing Joke. So the actress I picked has to be comfortable with using a wheelchair at some point. So I chose Brina de Amico. Amico is best known for playing Jane in Disney's Descendants, and through the movie, she starts off as a nerdy shy girl who yearns to be popular. but when she gets what she wants, she becomes a mean and cruel person. In the second movie, she grows a bit more confident, but is still reserved and shy. By the third movie, she shows the bravery, compassion, and strength I'm looking for in Barbara. I think if she trained her body to be able to do some of the stunts, she would be perfect. Kate Kane isn't part of the Bat family like Selena or Barbara, but she does share a few similarities with both of them. Kate Kane has been through hell, being the only survivor after her mother and twin sister were both killed and being rescued by her military father. She then moved to Gotham City after being kicked out of the military academy for being a lesbian and trains to fight after being saved by Batman one night in an alley. She then returns to Gotham as Batwoman, working with her father to fight crime. Kate has to be played by an actress who can fully encapsulate the torture and drained personality we see at the beginning of her story. And even though she wears the bat symbol, she is not part of the Bat family, and she makes it perfectly clear. I also want someone who will be okay with portraying a lesbian character, so I chose Madeline Pesh. Now, I don't know too much about the actress, but most of her recent roles were playing Olivia on Jane. In the movie, she plays a quiet type, so I think that would be able to transition really well with Kate. And on Riverdale, she kisses a female character, so I think she'd be okay with portraying a lesbian in this role. Selena Kyle is someone who uses her beauty to get what she wants. But she isn't all looks. She's incredibly agile, flexible, and stealthy. All things my actress needs to be able to pull off. She needs to be able to play a sexy seductress, but also someone who doesn't know her place in the world. Being neglected by her father and having a dead mother, Selena's story is one of true heartbreak. She mainly steals jewelry to fill that hole in her heart. Selena has gone through so much in her life before even meeting Bruce, and their love story is extremely complicated, to say the least. They play this cat and mouse game for years, and sometimes they are inseparable and sometimes they are enemies. But in the end, they both love each other, and that's what I want to see in my DCEU. So I chose Olivia Wilde. Now I know that Wilde is 38 and Bennett is 52, but I still think she can play older. I am not too familiar with her career, but her most recent role is playing Bunny in Don't Worry Darling. Watching her in that and the Ghostbusters Afterlife, I am convinced that she can play a sexy and troubled character like Selena. So that wraps up the fan casting video for my Bat family, my DCEU. If you guys want more videos like this, comment, share, and subscribe, and tell me who you guys want me to cast or recast in the next video. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.